Woo doggy, as I look 10 times shorter with my background super big in y'all's face. Welcome back to MulDiversity. We are your keys to your Muldiverse. And we are back at it for our last MulDiversity stream of the new year. It's the pre-Christmas Eve, if you will. MulDiversity streamerinos, and I'm about to toss it to y'all to let y'all know what we finna talk about and the people who's gonna talks about it. So take it off my face and put it on the next person's face so we can get it in.
What's up, people? How are you? I'm Mike, the geek, here for another episode. Happy holidays.
Hey everybody, I'm Avia, and we have a great holiday episode for y'all.
What's up, guys? It's the Holly Jolly Greasy Banana Black Peel, all of that great things. This is Aaron Michael jingling his bells. That sounds awful, but I am so ready for this episode.
Shaping up to be a wonderful holiday. Not your normal.
Wait, stop. We might get DMCA. I just realized
y'all?
we might get DMCA.
Happy holidays. And this is the podcast before Christmas. Hope y'all love it.
And that wasn't from SpongeBob. That was from MulDiversity. So Nickelodeon, don't DMCA us. Yeah. Please don't.
Yeah. Please don't.
See, y'all, I'm Joe. Hi. I'm the adult here.
Okay, Ann.
Hey, babe. Who's watching from the road? We're here to do our Christmas special to talk about Christmas movies and why y'all should stop hating on Love Actually. But we'll get to that later in the last half.
Yup. We surely will. We got a lot of stuff on the docket, a lot of stuff that's live and direct, no reruns. That is what's happening. But this past weekend, before we get into the nitty gritty, we had a amazing, and I do mean amazing, experience. We, MulDiversity, were a part of Deck the Halls of Justice. We were the second stream of that illustrious day, and we got a lot of cool stuff in. We decided definitively what was the number one Snyder movie, Zack Snyder's Justice League. Not Zack Snyder's Justice League, but it's the Snyder Cup. I'm got my wires crossed right now. Well, Batman v Superman Ultimate Edition 1. We decided that was Zack Snyder's best movie, even though some people, me and Aaron, tried to get Sucker Punch further into the bracket, but others, everyone else, was hating from the club. So you know how it is. But
okay, wait. Can we talk about the bribery?
I was typing, so I couldn't say anything.
No, let me.
Bribery and threats and cheating.
He is trying to speak, and y'all have recall.
Because did he plead the fifth?
He is trying to speak, and y'all are not allowing her to speak. Let her speak.
I'm trying to correct you. No, now you want a black woman to speak, but you was trying to talk all over somebody earlier. Okay, go ahead, Keith.
Ooh. And
okay, so I gave every single one of y'all one job. One teenage job. I don't ask you Negroes for nothing. Not gonna do that. Damn.
She threatened us.
She threatened us.
Oh,
I'm about to threaten you.
Oh my God!
I'm sorry, we love you, Key.
Right? We do.
Yes, me and Aaron love you because we're the only ones who voted for Sucker Punch. Everyone else was on some.
It's black solidarity.
I gotta give Key so much respect though. She had y'all two dudes just like, y'all just see the way they were groveling for her. Key, the utmost respect I have for you because they were really, really going. You gotta teach me. You gotta teach me.
It's called going up for your friends. Joe. It's called giving
What
them
else?
what they
You tried
asked
to bribe
for.
But you didn't
Fatma.
go up.
You
But if
tried
you
to
want to be
bribe the
technically clear,
purest
you didn't go up for
person.
me. You didn't
What,
go up for me when I had my whole things and
what,
everything. You
what,
showed
what,
you
Oh,
think
I
Batman is the
tried.
word.
I
you,
tried.
I'm gonna just
what,
sip my frozen hot chocolate.
So you
they
know,
were trying to bribe Fatma, the
no.
nicest, most wholesome person we know. Tried to
trying to
bribe her.
corrupt her. You
Yep.
trying to corrupt her with your evil spirit.
Yes,
Rebuke you,
he didn't tell you
demon.
to do that.
Hey,
Not
I was
rebuke.
hey, Key asked first, and I
Don't
knew,
blame the black
and
woman
I
for that one.
and
That
I
was
knew,
your
and
shenanigans.
I'm not blaming her because me
Uh-huh.
and her on the same length, and of course
Mhm.
I'm trying to get Fatma
Mhm.
into the get her in, with the crew and whatnot.
You can't tank. Okay.
Stage one is denial. So
Oh,
Aaron, stop flip flopping on me and pick a side. See,
no,
that's
I got to be with. I was there for Key, but I wasn't there for the bribery.
see if you was there for Key, you would be there for the bribery.
know.
So therefore,
you
Key
didn't
would
go up for
win.
me. You didn't go up for me when I had my whoa, whole things and everything. You
Whoa.
showed
So
Batman
Mike,
is the word.
I
so you
tried.
trying to
It had to be
own
Oh,
reinforced.
yourself?
is that Q's content coming up? Like,
That's not me. Did I? I'm not doing it.
yeah, somebody's got YouTube on. Who's playing YouTube? Yeah. But I do have to say, I really, really like the support we got.
Yeah.
Because we had Amanda coming in from like all the chats, the Twitter. She was in our WhatsApp the WhatsApp I have with this girl. We had other people from other fandoms. I mean, like it even was like chiming in and really going for it. So yeah, that was a really contentious lineup. You really did a good job on that bracket because it really woke people up, and it was early. It was early.
I
You really
tried.
did wake people up.
Let's
with that
talk
one.
about how he did the bracket because it was amazing how he did.
It was.
Like
Mhm.
he had a mission with that bracket, and I think what his facts was with the box office and how he did the 1 through 8 with that. I mean, that was factual. And I mean, it played out like it played out. So
Yeah.
kudos to Q. Thank you for doing that bracket because you always, you come in with clutch when you do the things for this
Big time.
for this group, especially
Yep.
for the trailer that we have for the Snyder Cup. He made both of those trailers and they were wonderful. So kudos
Smoked
to
out
you
on
for
cigarettes.
what you're doing for this group.
Yeah.
Yes, he
He
smoked
smoked
on
out
those
on
cigarettes.
cigarettes with that voice.
All I'll say is I just did what I had to do for the group. I mean, thank you guys for the awesome kind words, but I just did what I felt like the group wanted and what was cool with. So you know how that go. But yeah, Deck the Hall of Justice was awesome. Shout outs to Poindexter Lounge, Nerd Queens, World's Finest, Women of the Watchtower, Dave Pina, Chris Wong, all of the international fans, Zach and Ray for, talking with us as fans and everything. And just shout out to everyone. Shout out to Nicotina, the guy who was who brainstormed this, who brought it all to the forefront and brought us all together. Really, really thank you. I personally had never been a part of something as big as this before and was reaching so many people for such an amazing cause, which for those who don't know, the whole reason we were doing this, we created the Snyder Cup to have fun, but it was for a great cause. And it was so we can raise money for AFSP and we can get to the 50,000 K mark so we can continue to raise money. That weekend, we hit $500,000 total dollars in donations towards the foundation. So that was awesome. And that wasn't just us who talk on the cameras and say the funny things. That was you guys at home watching, making a difference. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for the love and support that you've given, not just us, but to everyone who it benefits from AFSP's contributions and everything. And shout outs to AFSP for just being a wonderful organization that stands for so much and really just so much. Anybody else have anything to add?
I just wanted to add that it was amazing. I think the stuff that it was fandom created again, just like Justice Con. You had all those people coming out all day long. I mean, each show had started off with, a whole, a group of fans that was like ready and active and engaging. On all social media, they were engaging. The fans really came out for this, and I think it shows how cohesive and our fandom is, and how we want to support, not just AFSP, but one another. So yeah, the fandom really showed out and really did its thing, and it once again showed how great they could be. I really appreciated this. I hope we can do it again.
Samey dame. So yeah, this was it was an awesome experience. It was a literal awesome experience, and I'm so glad to have been a part of it, and so glad to have so much positivity going on at the time. But as unfortunately is the case when a lot of positivity arrives, you always have a equal amount of negativity that tries to permeate the fandom and permeate this whole this whole thing. And unfortunately, after Sunday and after the amazing time we had, a lot of people haven't really spoken about what went down Sunday, and it bothers me not because I want people to be like, look at MulDiversity, what they did, or look at the Snyder Cup. Don't you see? Like, it wasn't about that. The reason I find it upsetting and bogus is because while no one has talked about the Hall of Justice and the fundraiser and the reason behind that, they still found a way to keep Zach's name in their mouth for arbitrary reasons. That's just straight garbage, really. And a prime example of that, and I think we have the article up somewhere. If not, I can still just tell you about it. Over this past Monday, a website that I'm very hesitant, unless we pull up the article, that's the only way I'll say the name. I'm not going to say it otherwise. I'm not even going to give them the promo. But a very notable reputable nerd website that you see right there on the screen share. They basically, this was their major takeaway from the whole event. Not anything about the fundraising, not anything about the fan positivity or any of the connectivity. It was this specific blurb from it. And this was Zach talking about something that was basically, not even real unknown knowledge. This is something that, for the past 2 weeks, we've been hearing rumblings about that they would be continuing and or expanding the DCEU Snyder stuff in comic books. And Zach talked about essentially on Dave Pena's podcast, on Dave Pena's live stream that Sunday, basically how he wanted to do his own, finally show the people how his version of Death in the Family happened in comic book form, have it expounded upon, because he's still not sure if we'll be able to see it in film. So, it's as you can see on the article, they're going by the quotes and everything, basically segmenting them. Like Zach said, I don't think anything is going to happen right away, but Jim and I talked about it quite a bit and talked a lot about maybe doing a book or a comic book down the road to kind of finish this. We haven't locked anything yet. So he's even said that this isn't something that is set in stone. I would love to do a comic book in the post-apocalyptic nightmare world. The world has fallen, the ragtag team that's left alive, trying to put it back. Inside of that story, we would also do that story of Joker killing Robin. That Joker is somehow involved in stealing the mother box and using it to create the cosmic treadmill. Cyborg is going to do the math. This is what we're going to have to do to jump back in time and warn Bruce correctly. A lot of the conflict would be Bruce reliving the death of Robin and what it went into that, which is not only a very interesting and cool concept to see for the new universe, but it's something that is not new to DC Comics. And he said that would be a fun comic. Even just the death of Robin in that world will make a nice little one-off. Now, of course, Zach saying it's fun based on a conceptual level, not the actual murder of any sort of Robin, Dick Grayson, whichever one that you got that's the Robin in this timeline. None of that. like he's not saying that's fun. He's saying that on a conceptual level, being able to expound upon that because of how much fans want to see it would be a fun little thing to do. And of course, this is where the snide comes in from the writer of the article. That may be a different definition of fun that I was previously aware of, but it will also tie into established scenes in Zack Snyder's BVS, showing a desolate future where cosmic dictator god Darkseid has won. A battle from the future to save the past with the Flash and the cosmic treadmill. Now it seems with Joker working with Batman to steal the mother box from Darkseid necessary to make that time travel trunk call. Which that's a typo. I don't even know what that sentence is trying to say. But and then right back at the second paragraph, the second paragraph says, if you just scroll back into it. There it is. Might Zack Snyder require Jim to portray the breaking of every single one of Robin's bones? Well, given the Snyder Cut only exists as a result of fan campaigning, maybe fandom as a whole could decide if they want to see the death of Robin or not, drawn by Jim Lee, published by DC Comics. You know, a bit like how they did last time. Now, again, this whole sort of snide about it. Oh, does he have to, like, is that going to make it as brutal as possible? You know, because the Snyder Cut only exists because of the result of the fan campaign. Maybe the fandom can do it. Again, things that are just like, what are you trying to say? What are you trying to, like, it just comes off as so condescending. And then, of course, the last part of the article being Jim Lee is not only the CCO and publisher of DC Comics, but the artist on the biggest selling comic book of all time, X-Men #1 with Chris Claremont, as well as creator Wildcat, Stormwatch, and other Wildstorm mainstays, and artist on All-Star Batman and Robin, The Boy Wonder with Frank Miller, Batman Hunt with Jeff Loeb, and Divine Right, The Adventures of Max Faraday with Scott Lobdell. Could Zack Snyder be next? Now, of course, on just face value, this paragraph means nothing to most because he's just saying Jim Lee's worked with his comic creators. But when you have the proper context to what is going on and what they're actually trying to say, it's basically all of those comic writers, with the exception of Chris Claremont, they have a pretty significant red ledger, a pretty significant, basically a lot of controversy around them. Frank Miller has, in very recent times, leaned a lot towards Islamophobia in a lot of his creator-owned comics and in some of the DC work he's done in recent time. Scott Lobdell is somebody that has had a lot of controversy with sexual harassment and basically just being a very bad dude at DC Comics who's stayed with who just stayed employed with DC, and Jeff Loeb, who in the past year was revealed to be very much racist towards Asians, just to call a spade, in his Marvel and television work. And Jim Lee has worked with a plethora of other creators on a lot of other stuff. And for those particular content creators to be the ones that, like, it was to be the ones that they show to say, oh, Jim Lee worked with these guys. In my opinion, from what it looks like for me, it looks like they're trying to associate Zack with yet another one of the crazy, wacky, over-the-hill people that Jim Lee has worked with. So what I want to ask the rest of the crew is, what do y'all think? What are y'all thoughts on this? Am I reaching and everything, or what do y'all see from this?
Clearly, there.
Go ahead, Keith.
Okay. Clearly, they're still holding on to the fact of the matter that, once again, Zack decided to go a different route with his creation. So now every single time that he mentions wanting to do something, they're going to equate it to, see, he doesn't know how to write movies. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's never read a comic, da-da-da-da. But again, remember clear as day, the Batfleck movie that he was going to do was going to be Under the Red Hood, Death and Family, whatever you want to call it. It was going to be tied into that. So this shouldn't be a shock. But yet here we are. People are still trying to act like he's just this horrible director that's trying to destroy the DC comics, trying to make it into this dark, gritty, whatever.
Yeah. I agree. I
And it's
absolutely
getting
agree.
old.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's getting real old.
Right.
And
They keep trying to tarnish his reputation. It's like we're doing the homework. We're seeing what y'all are doing, and it's not working. So y'all just need to cut it out.
yeah, and
Yeah.
like, and with me, what really is the killing part about it is that, you know, if you go back to the website and you look at it, and you go to their individual movies page and where they talk about all the major happenings and movie news and nerd spaces, Zach and Ray Fisher, for both of them have made significant statements. Significant statements, no, not just Justice League or Cyborg, but on a plethora of topics that affect the narrative of the DCEU and things that go on in there as such. And it's not there. It's not there at all. When you it's none of that. The only piece of information on what Zach talked about this weekend is that particular blurb. It's that. There's nothing about Ray Fisher's talking about Cyborg having 4 arms and the upgrade he gets in Zack Snyder's Justice League that he said. There is nothing about the interview Zach said before the Deck the Halls of Justice, when he was just as a matter of fact, I think it was during as well. I could be mistaken. It was in that time frame where he was talking about the relationship he and Patty had when developing Wonder Woman 84. And a lot of the stuff that entailed there, as well as how he treated other producers and directors on that show. I mean, on their movies, a lot of cool things that you can talk about and you can spin a story about. But no, the only story that they have on Zach is him talking about how he wanted to show how his version of a death in the family happened in the DCEU, because he believes that there won't be time to establish that in the films, if there even is more than what is said with Zack Snyder's Justice League. And
well, before you go any further, I want to stop where you talked about Debbie and him in the relationship.
Yeah.
What people don't understand, that there's a lot of flack that I get for being, a misogynist and for the way he treats women in his movies, and but his wife works with him. She's like, she was talking about when she was talking about the Army of the Dead that they were working on right now, was the prequel. She said we just finished a part of it. She was talking about it, and it was all we. If you look back, even on Wonder Woman 84, I took a snapshot of it because I watched it yesterday. I looked, and it was Zack Snyder and Deborah Snyder on executive producers. They work together. If you look on their films, they're both listed. So the thing is, I think it's he got on the wrong foot. He got on the wrong side of someone, I believe. And I believe that a lot of this bad press is just bad press that's been put out there as just filler to paint him in a certain way. Because we all know how this goes. It's like high school. When you get on the side of the mean girl, of the, whoever Miss Popularity is, then she's got her little minions stashed everywhere, and they all start little drama about you. Now, whenever you do something well, of course they're not going to talk about it. She don't want you talking about it because you gonna look better than her, But I think until we see this old guard of Warner Brothers, the old guard that was just dead set on this narrative that they were doing, and this propping up of these men who were actually toxic, who are actually misogynist, who are actually preying on girls, and I'm not going to even put allegedly's in that, because we have, there are actually stories out there. Even Bleeding Cool did a story. Of all people,
right.
They did a story on the DC comic creators that are, have problems with, preying on girls. So, I think until we have this old guard, out of the way that kind of backs these people up, backs these men up, these toxic men, Zach is not going to get his due. Ray is not going to get his due. And Debbie's for damn sure is not. Nobody's looking her way, because, she's the woman behind him. So I think that that one of the things our fandom showed this weekend is we don't care if y'all recognize the creators we love, the films we love, we don't care. We have our own way of celebrating, and there's more than enough of us to force y'all to have to watch this shit for a whole damn day.
At the end of the day, you don't
we took over the timeline.
You don't have to watch it. I just really hate that, when it's been a positive day and positive things leading up to that, it's got to be some negativity against this man. It's just like, where's the where's the whole other negativity to other things that need to have call outs and stuff like this. But anytime there's good press around this man or anything there's good around him, somebody has to they have to come and try to tear him down, and it's annoying. But you better get on the hate train because he got a whole boatload of promotion coming, so you better get over it.
Right.
Well, and the thing is too, they like to put all this hate out there, talk about how he's against women. What about all the women in the fandom who are behind him? We love his movies.
Yes.
We see his movies. We watch. I mean, Key and Amanda. While you weren't here on Sunday, Amanda was going hard for Sucker Punch.
Yeah,
exactly.
She was.
And the thing is, crazy enough, Sucker Punch is quote unquote supposedly one of the most misogynistic movies he made.
Yep.
But how that showed women kicking ass. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Straight up. But yet somehow it's misogynistic because of probably the ending scenes or whatever.
Well, they really talk about the outfits and stuff like that.
If that still be the case, then I hope you idiots never seen Sailor Moon because you'll be really offended.
Well, then I guess Christopher Nolan's misogynistic because he doesn't use that many main female characters the way Catwoman was looking, the way in Inception. Like we can go a whole dissertation with that, but it's just it's that character assassination just on Zach, and it's getting very old. And I think one of the most prominent times for anybody who's really keeping up with this stuff is when Joe interviewed Ray. Crickets, and that was a very revealing, article. And it just and I've just noticed ever since then, every time Ray speaks, it's complete crickets unless it's a hate train.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very tired of it.
Well, and in the interview, you talk about Ray said, and he talked about how Zach, and he said it again this weekend, how they came to him and they wanted this character to be not just a cartoon character, not just a comic character. He's a black man.
Yes.
And so they sat down with him before they had the script. And so this new actor, or new-ish actor, he's been on Broadway and had all those roles, but he's this is his first big blockbuster film. This newest actor is getting input. And he's a black actor, input to two white men who are, basically have total control of this film. And Zach kind of gave him kind of a mandate to kind of, keep Cyborg the way that, he needs to be. He keeps Cyborg consistent and keep him, what am I thinking the word? Authentic. Keep him authentic. Which is one of the reasons why Joss did not like the way Ray stood up to him, because Ray made a promise to keep Cyborg authentic, and so that's what he did. And yeah, nothing after that interview. I was shocked about that. I mean, Ray basically said that Chris Terrio and Zack Snyder were allies, and some of the best directors to work for in the business. I mean, best people to work for in the business, but there was nothing after that, which is really, really, like you said, Aaron, it's really, really telling. It was first, but now it's really telling that there's crickets, especially when you've got all these people looking for diversity, talking about ways of implementing diversity. You got it right here. You have a person who did it. What the hell is wrong with y'all? Is what I got to say. So,
yeah,
because they didn't have Superman in red underwear.
Yeah. Yeah, but and one more thing I want to touch on. I want to touch on this is on this, because I don't know if you guys can see it or not because it's a little pretty spaced out. But in the comments section, they are going ahead and they're like, somebody has it to where they're talking about exactly what went down the weekend and posted a link to the suicide prevention Reddit, posted a link, I believe, directly to it. No, that's the same link. And just basically gave a brief summary on everything that was accomplished that weekend. And it only got 2 upvotes and 10 downvotes, with specifically this comment going like just out of the fucking group saying, I could go the rest of my life without hearing anything about about Fisher anything again, wishful thinking, just completely unrelated to this whole section. And it's like, just to touch on everything, like literally everything that's just I've been seeing, and just everything that you guys have just said, is that this is why we're needed as badly as this is why MulDiversity is needed, because nobody else is going to speak the truth about this besides us. This is why all of us are needed, because people can sit here and say, oh, we're shilling or we're doing this and that and the third. No, it's that you guys aren't keeping it honest. You guys simply are not keeping it honest. And like Aaron said about Joe interviewing Ray, I mean, multitude of times, and none of that picking up traction. Nothing that they've said individually about how they go about this process, how they treat marginalized actors and crew, which I thought was something that we cared about in Hollywood, and the people who cover that. I thought we cared about protecting marginalized voices. I thought we cared about people who need to have any sort of protection, and people who needed to be uplifted and all of that. I thought that's what we wanted. I thought that's what we were trying to do, but apparently it's not. It's a pick and choose. If you got a Disney franchise, then maybe you would be one to go ahead and do that, and go ahead and champion them and say, yeah, hit Finn more screen time, or yeah, let's make sure these Black Pixar characters are Black Pixar characters the entire movie. And while those are absolutely things that need to happen, if you're not keeping it 100 the entire way, then what the hell are you even talking about? Why are you even speaking? If you're not keeping it 100, if you're not giving everybody that thing, that growth, if you're not giving everyone that protection, then why are you speaking? And then secondly, just on the larger narrative on Zach misrepresenting his words and his ideas, again, like Joe said, he has to have pissed somebody off beyond the scale of by not being an asshole when most people would have been an asshole. Like that's my whole, that's where it's hard to wrap my mind about. Of all the things he's talked about, of all the things he said, of all the sound bites that would generate clicks and positive clicks and all of this stuff, you choose to try to piss off people and be semi-pissed because he said he wanted to do Death of the Family and show his version of it in comic book form. And he asked Jim Lee to do it. At the
end of the day,
it's not like we just got that in an animated movie.
Right. Again. Stuff.
Go ahead, Key.
No, it's just at the end of the day, no matter how you look at it, this man could come out right now with a cure for cancer. And yet somehow, some way, somebody's still going to find something bad about it. It's like, well, why are he fighting for that one?
Well, yeah, they say he's trying to take money away from him.
Exactly.
Yeah. So he's trying to put microchips in everybody.
The mark of the beast.
Yes.
They'll call it the mark of the beast.
I am convinced. I mean, and even when I was talking about whitewashing in the fan and the Justice Leagues, which that is the one thing that I'm waiting to see. I want people, all these Zach is not diverse, and Zach is all these people, which Zach is not diverse. All of us are fans. Just want everybody to take that in. Take that in. Look at this green. When you say Zach is not diverse, remember this, okay? But anyway, when looking at that movie, I want people to think about that movie and think about what I wrote about it being the first one being whitewashed. It will be a stark comparison. And Ray actually said it, actually put it out there, actually gave you an example in Shiraz's article, the fourth one, remember? Talked about Joss and the color, the girl, it was Iris, wasn't it? The woman who played Iris that he took her out because he didn't like her color. Didn't like her color. And Josh didn't refute the everything up in it. He just said they had that rate he had it wrong or something like that. Or no, he just said that he didn't have control over the colorist or something. Nobody said anything about that at all. Nobody's saying anything about any of that. And so, yeah, that tells me that, I mean, there's so much evidence coming out that this man that Zack Snyder is trying his best and doing what we want to be done in Hollywood. But you have even the blurred media coming out and attacking this man. And I'm like, every time I see somebody from blurred media talking about, yeah, just another Zack Snyder, I'm like, y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand, and it hurts my heart.
They ever care to.
Yeah, and it kind of hurts my heart because I'm like, you're championing these people that are low key trash, who would not give a damn about you.
Right.
I'm about to be mean. I'm about to be very mean. They don't give a like. These folks sit here and it's not just blurry media. It's all of these folks sit here and it's about one thing: how can they retain their viewership and champion for So when shit hits the fan, they'll put BLM in their bio and in their tag. They'll retweet some white woman thinking that you're doing some basic stuff at a protest and saying, yes, queen, you're dunking on the conservatives, and then they'll turn around and they'll be up in a Snyder's fans mention that they're talking about BVS or Man of Steel or whatever, and try to say something. Oh, he's just Randian, or there you go, or one of the and I referenced this before, but what's her face who was like, I had to write about the Snyder Cut article with clenched teeth, typing my keyboard. I'm like, what the hell you got all this energy about this for? You spent the better half of 3 years, and Joe, you put it so eloquently, gaslighting and just trying to get a rise out of these fans for what? Because you didn't think that the movie would come out, and rather than let the people who thought and believed the movie was going to come out enjoy themselves and try to spearhead it, you had to insert yourself into their business because you wanted to get a rise and you wanted to get a laugh and chase controversy, so you can then make a video and say, oh, this is Zack Snyder's Islamophobic. Oh, Zack Snyder's misogynistic. Oh, Zack Snyder is Irandian. Oh, he's all this, that, and the third.
Oh, he's racist. Yeah. Was that the one that I was arguing with on Twitter, where I had to show her articles that she
I think it was. I think that may have been one of them. There's so many men and women.
I have burnt bridges this year because I got pissed the fuck off at people, at my fellow critics. Not all of them, I mean, there's some great, there are still a lot of great ones out there, a lot of great Black critics out there, blurred critics out there. But the loudest ones this year, they got on my nerves, and I fought back, and I started going after them. And there was actually more than one where whenever I was talking about how, you cannot call yourself a victim, because right after the Snyder Cut was announced, it was all about, oh, now the fandom's coming after me. I'm being trolled by the fandom. I'm like, no, you don't spend 3 years trolling the fandom, gaslighting the fandom, calling the fandom out and, abusing them, and then come back and call yourself a victim when they're proven right. You can't do that. Can't do that.
That's exactly what 2020 has been in general.
It is, right?
Victimizing themselves. The year of victimization.
Yeah.
Like the predators calling themselves the victims. I'm like, what the hell? And so, I mean, there was one in particular. He was still trying to talk about. I only did my job. I'm like, no, there's a difference between reviewing work and trolling a fandom or a director. There's a difference. And I had to show her articles with headlines, and then show her the language she used, where, you talked about, every time you talked about Snyder, every time you talked about the fandom, you used terms that were derogatory or negative. So, oh, well, they insist didn't have no, not sis, but this chick didn't have nothing to say about it. But and I think I ended up being blocked. I'm probably blocked by a bunch of people, but at this point, I don't care. I am
It's
independent
same.
for a reason.
Same.
I don't need. I mean, I would love to have a cushy staff job where I can go and spout half truths about people and just trash fandoms and just still get my paycheck. But no. I will keep my position, stay in my lane, and so that I can stay true to myself. Because at the end of the day, once this stuff does finally come out, once whoever it is that's holding the bag and paying everybody to be mean to Zach and mean to the fandom, once they're out of power, then guess who's going with them?
Yeah, that's
on
that on that. Like that's literally that on that. A nice cap and a bow to it because and I agree. And going back to what Mike said very early on, trying to make a negative out of a positive thing. And normally I don't pay mind to it, but this one was just very egregious to me because this was something very positive, unambiguously positive. You literally could not have stumbled across that if you did not know the context to what they were talking about. Dave had it in his their stream. It's very much clear what they're talking, like why they are having a conversation. And so it's something that you like the willful ignorance and ignoring it to what was said just to try to chase a headline and whatnot. And I know giving them power because we're talking about them in the website, but whatever. Fuck them.
I mean, we're calling them out for being assholes and trying to take away from a charity. That's what they were doing. They were taking time away from a charity.
Like at least say you didn't even mention anything about the good work that was done. It was more just let's just talk about him saying that about this comic book that he wants to do, and but it was nothing. You didn't say anything about what the fandom and those streams did. So, but everybody can
but we can have 50-11 new articles. Yeah, we can have 50-11 new article about how Hollywood's mad at HBO Max's decision, though.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's a whole conversation for another day.
A whole another day.
Righty-o. But in any case, we are going to switch it up. We're gonna switch it up. And now we're leaving all that negative Nancy stuff. Even though it was willful with negative Nancy because we wanted to be putting a spotlight on this BS. But we're going to switch it up now because it is Christmas Eve, the eve of Christmas Eve. And now there is something that is very timely, something that is staying the test of time, something that we as individuals glean to and attach ourselves to and just do the damn thing. And just enjoy, and that is Christmas films, and more specifically, our favorite Christmas films, and more specifically, why John Reynolds should mind his damn business and stay out of Black Panther business and stay out of Into the Spider-Verse business because it's a damn Christmas movie, and I want you to keep the camera on.
Oh, because
I'm about to let loose. So here's the deal, y'all.
Oh my God.
For the past 2 days, I've been gaslit. I've been led astray.
So you're going to put your side of the story out before anybody else.
I've been flat out deceived by at least 2 of the 6 to 7 individuals who make up the MulDiversity squad because
like a Negro.
Your dad skipping because I'm about to be very Negro up in here. Y'all done messed it all up.
Negro.
They've been telling me that Into the Spider-Verse isn't a Christmas movie. That just because there isn't a Santa Claus hat, and just because there's a Santa Claus hat and some
I ain't seen no mistletoe.
And you know what?
And they see my cup of cheer.
and you know what you know what Q says? You know what Q says? I said that's a load of BS. You know why? Because the core of Into the Spider-Verse. Let me put this camera right back on my face. Let me put it right back on me.
Oh, just like a black man.
This is Wednesday night, NXT and AEW on, and I'm about to cut the hottest promo in the game. You gotta look at me. You know what I'm saying? Into the Spider-Verse is about one person coming to terms with his destiny, coming to terms with his greatness, coming to terms that there are people in his life that want to see him succeed. But at the end of the day, he himself has to make
a Christmas movie. Thank you,
He himself has to make the decision to give to others.
But when you get done, Taylor Swift, when you get done, I'm gonna let you finish. Taylor. Okay, that's enough. I'm gonna let you finish. But at the end of the day, you ain't said nothing about no Christmas. We ain't said nothing about no Christmas. Mike, pull me up. We ain't said nothing about no Christmas. You ain't said nothing about no Christmas. You ain't said nothing. You talk about integrity. You talk about whatever else you talking about. You talking about nothing about no Christmas. Christmas movies are a whole ass genre. Now, to have a genre, you have to have setting. You have to have plotting. You have to have themes. You have to have characters, and you have to have, if it's Christmas, it's got to touch on all those things. All those things. And you know what? It's not just me. Bam, right there.
A lot don't tell.
Oh, she came with receipts.
Right there. Read it.
I don't care who
Read it.
Well,
a lot don't.
I told you I was coming with receipts, buddy. I told you I was. Yeah.
Them some phony receipts. Y'all, what you did? What website you went to print out these phony receipts?
Honey, this is not even this year. This is for all y'all that's been thinking this for a while. We've known this for a while. You just got here. I guess
because folks put something on the internet.
Christmas movies are a genre. Genre means you have to look at the plotting, you have to look at the setting, you have to look at the characters, you have to look at themes, all of that. You can't just have a couple Christmas trees and some snow and call it a Christmas movie. You can't do that.
Now, just like this, that's all nice and well and good. John Reynolds, I've been told you once. Stay out of black folks.
Family names, so I own those names. But anyways.
Don says Shazam, I am screaming.
It is.
You are not helping, hon. Okay.
My friend's heard
you are not helping.
Listen, my friend's heard said that Santa hat and a reindeer cookie don't make it a Christmas movie.
Okay, there you go. Right there. Now, are you going to listen to Black Women in 2020? Are you going to listen to Black Women in 2020?
Well, he only got a few more days for that.
Oh, hey.
For once in 2020, are you listening to Black Women?
Hey, I listen to y'all about everything, but y'all not gonna lie to my face.
Oh, the hell you okay. What are you talking about? Y'all not gonna trash.
No, y'all not gonna lie to
be a gaslit. No.
So I can't get gaslit now? I don't never say y'all gaslighting. Y'all, this is no matter one time.
You just said, but nobody gaslighting you if I'm giving you facts.
Just because you don't want to hear them. Some rando named John? Like, how do I even know that's a real person? Like John Reynolds? What type of name is that? Who's John Reynolds?
Okay, just because you don't want to hear the facts doesn't mean that the facts are not there. They don't disappear.
That was an article.
That doesn't disappear at all. I mean, you can deny all day long, honey, but it's still the fact that you're there.
Like I said,
you just be living in denial. That's okay.
I would like to shout out Anthony for saying one of my personal favorites, and that was Batman Returns.
Exactly.
It's a Christmas movie. So thank you, Anthony. You get a shout out for that. Let me know what your Christmas movie is. Oh, well, maybe that is his Christmas movie. Duh. But yeah, that's on my list.
Listen, Donovan, you and Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, Lethal Weapon.
So like I said,
which one though?
Well, yeah, which one?
Give him a minute. Give him a minute.
Talking about some because another dude said something. I ain't know that's the games we play. Another dude say the same thing.
Q,
Q,
I would advise that Kwamani. Let me use your government name. Kwamani. Let's write an article for Variety by next year.
Right.
Let it come out next year of why it works.
Matter of fact,
because a part of me is kind of here for it. I mean,
why are y'all so trying to prove black women
Which
wrong?
one though?
Because
which one though, Gillis? And think carefully because we may not be friends after this.
Shiraz, if you're watching this, I will be in the immediate future. I will be doing an article for reputable.
Aaron and Shiraz do not need to be enabling your madness. Okay,
they sure don't.
He said one.
It's trying to stop. Okay, I'll give it to you. I'll give you that one.
Y'all not finna deny my greatness on live.
Ain't nobody denying you nothing. We're trying to tell you you're wrong. You know what? It's not my fault. You know what? Okay.
But I never said it. I will say this. I was on his side because I mean, y'all keep saying that it's the settings. I mean, it is set in Christmas. I mean, why isn't it a Christmas movie?
Setting is the only thing.
I mean, there is a storyline behind it that you told me. You said earlier. You said that it had to
implied.
You told me personally that it has to have that feel of Christmas and that the family is, getting together. There are some things that happen in Into the Spider-Verse that, two characters do build up, this relationship and they do have that, coming to Christmas spirit.
But they don't. But it's not Christmas spirit. It's not coming to Christmas spirit.
Was there any Jack Frost nibbling at their nose?
See, and y'all are out here just denying.
I give you this one. The new game is set in Christmas too, because there's some Christmas lights in that movie too. In that game,
it is, Mike. It is Spider-Man Miles Morales. Right. I wonder where they got that concept from.
Wonder Woman 84. I'm saying it right now. Saying it here, Christmas movie. Right now.
I saw the Christmas lights in that too.
Okay, I'm unlike you, Joe. I'm not going to deny your greatness if there's Christmas.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Ma'am.
I'm not going to deny your greatness.
Yeah, reindeer games. Of course, reindeer games.
That's the good one. Yeah.
You know what that I did forget about? I forgot about is it Jingle All the Way when Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Oh yeah,
I forgot about that one.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, with the toy.
I forgot about
that.
Yeah.
Put the cookie down now.
I'll be home for Christmas. I'll be home for Christmas.
Oh, I'll be home for Christmas.
The one with Jonathan Taylor Thomas, right?
Yep.
Yep.
I was thinking about that one the day too. I was wondering about that one.
Yeah. I just watched Accompanied Minors. My kids like that one. I don't know. It like hit different. Do y'all have a Christmas movie that is just different now that you watch it? I mean, because to me it just looks like this child abuser is just like chasing after these kids and causing a lawsuit for the airport. Because I mean, you just abusing children. That's all you're doing. You're abusing kids. And I don't know why none of these kids didn't get up and just say, my daddy's a lawyer. He can sue you. Leave me alone. Because all these kids are from rich families. I mean, I don't understand it. But it just seemed like this dude is just like abusive and angry at a bunch of children. And they leave these kids in his care all the time. Like, bad decisions. One of my favorites too. Long Kiss Goodnight. Gina.
Yeah. Wasn't Tobias Bluth the dude who played him in Arrested Development? Wasn't he the crazy flight attendant dude that was harassing them kids in that movie, Joe?
No, somebody else.
Okay. It was one of them crazy looking white dudes. But speaking on good Christmas movies, I'm gonna stop ranting because apparently y'all are a lost cause. So I'm gonna go in peace on that one.
No, you're a sore loser.
You're a whole lost cause. You're a whole lost cause.
Let's talk about Christmas movies everyone likes. And of course we should start off with the GOAT, the greatest one of all time, Jim Carrey.
Love Actually.
The great.
You said the GOAT and the greatest all time, Love Actually.
Yes, Joe, I agree. How the Grinch Stole Christmas is the greatest Christmas movie of all time.
Specifically the one with Jim Carrey.
Yes.
Lord.
But Joe, that goes back to your point where you were saying, like which films that when you watch for younger, but you get something different out of it now watching it. It would have to be a Grinch because back then it's like, it's this mean. You think it's this mean, ugly guy who just hates Christmas, but when you get old, it's like, man, I feel like the Grinch today.
Yes,
like
he had a point.
Like you understand him, and it's like,
yeah,
like
the Grinch is like the only black kid in a all-white school.
Exactly.
Honestly, in
all white town.
In hindsight, that's
yes,
exactly
and they didn't like his traditions or his customs, and they ostracized him. That's the Grinch is racist. I mean, those people are racist. They're not cute. They're not cute.
It's actually a typical black student in white school issue because you saw all the teachers trying to stop any of them from picking fun at the boy.
Right.
Yeah.
Nothing.
And that
tub of lard they called ain't got no room to be talking about nobody.
Yeah.
Crazy. And shout out to the Grinch, the real one. The realest dude in the room.
Okay.
I know, right?
Realest dude in the room.
And then they made him assimilate. Okay. Really?
Well, actually, it was heart problems that made him assimilate. So that's
the crazy part about everything.
They gave him a heart condition.
Just like white people.
Right. They know our blood pressure is high. They know our blood pressure is inherently high. And just go ahead.
As someone with a heart condition, I don't know if I should laugh or not.
Oh no! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry, Lord.
No.
No. Forgive
us. No. We're done. That's done. And
well,
he's about to. We're done with that one. So, let's talk about Love Actually, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about Love Actually.
Yeah, who's talking about Love Actually? Whose movie was that?
That's mine.
Tell us about it.
I love it.
Tell us about it.
So, okay, yeah, I know there's been article after article written about how trash it is. I don't care. I know there's like infidelity in it and stalkerish type of behavior, but it's still got this Christmassy type of feel of hope, and it's still got the Christmassy type of feel of just there's love in the air. It's got Christmas drama. Let me stop for a second and say this Dolly Parton movie you keep on bringing up. My husband loves this movie, Smoky Mountain Christmas. Anyway, but it's got love in the air. It's got everything. It's got everything in it. I mean, drama. Whose family doesn't have drama at Christmas? Whose family doesn't have drama at Christmas? It's got all kinds of drama, and it's got like, I don't know. To me, it was like one of the first movies that kind of broke from that Hallmarky type of Christmas romance to have something that was different, and I think that's why I when it came out I liked it so much, and that's why it's kind of stuck with me because it was like one of the first ones to kind of subvert that and be like, we're gonna talk about all the cheating, Tyra. They're like, okay, we're gonna talk about what's really behind these romances. We're gonna talk about these people cheating, and this person got another person, or he's buying something for this girl, but his wife finds out the gift and he thinks it's for her, and it's just everything.
Prime Minister in love with his assistant.
Oh,
yep.
Damn.
Right.
Yeah.
That wasn't like, I mean, other than just the superiority thing going on and the power.
Y'all seen that movie?
Yeah,
so
right.
they was on,
I was talking about the bottom row because the bottom row is Joe, Key, and Avia. So y'all all seen that movie?
Yeah.
Let's give it a rate. Rate it. One by one.
I give it a 7.5 out of 10.
Okay. Key.
I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10 because it was my top one. Well, it was my number 2 movie, but it got moved to my number 3 for my number 2 movie, which I'm gonna talk about in a second.
Okay. Avia. I mean, not Avia. Key. I mean, oh my God, Joe.
Good. Do all black people look like you?
Wait a minute. Hold on. No, they do not. I was just in my head, like, don't do that. Y'all are all beautiful in your own way.
Tyra, yes, the Offset and Cardi type of thing. So it is problematic. It's highly problematic, and I will really, really say that. It's highly problematic, and so that's why I'm giving it an 8 out of 10 because it's problematic, but it's still entertaining, and it's still a breath of fresh air, you know, compared to some of the other stuff that's out there. So yeah, I give it an 8.
For those who are wondering why Mike asked them specifically for their ratings, is because Mike hasn't seen the movie and he's trying to figure out if he himself should watch it. So he was
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me.
What?
Not on YouTube Live, you would do that. Not on the YouTube. Sir, you would not do that.
All I'll ask about Love Actually was Liam Neeson hunting down random black people to beat up because of something happening?
No, that came a couple movies after, I think.
Because I saw him in that movie. So
I think that was a couple movies later.
Yes, Don said Bad Santa. Woo!
Yes.
Bad Santa is hilarious.
Bad Santa is hilarious. It's wrong too in a couple of places.
We talk about comedies. I gotta talk about mine. Mine is Friday After Next. Oh my god,
yes.
I think that movie is hilarious.
Yes.
I think that's like Christmas classic for me by this time of the year and everything. Like that's a classic. I love the whole ending house party and everything. Like that's my favorite part when Pinky come in with his, his jerry hair. That's like my favorite part. Oh man,
it's unfortunate.
Robbing people.
It's unfortunate that about 90% of my favorite lines from that movie includes words I can't say on YouTube. And so I'm just gonna say one of my favorite scenes that does feature a language I can say was when Pops, he was like, so they were like, some Pops barbecue chicken so good you would slap your mama. Yeah, boy. Hey mama, come here. What you want? Like, ooh, like that was
oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
But I'll admit though, my favorite part was when Cat Williams' character got his poetic justice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, he had him by the literally like walking out slowly but surely. Oh man. That is like I think that is like cult classic. Like I think that's in there, bro. I think that's my favorite out of all three.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think that is because I honestly didn't think we was gonna get a 2.
The first one is up there.
No, Next Friday for me is my favorite one because it literally took everything into like this. Friday had the message. Next Friday was the Christmas movie. I mean, Friday After Next was the Christmas movie. Next Friday was let's just have black folks make a movie where we're just having fun doing stupid shit the entire time. And I love that.
Pinky. I mean, come on.
Again, a character in scenes that I want to say and repeat, but I can't because of language that I don't want some of our, let's call them lighter audience members, feeling inclined to repeat.
Yeah.
So
that was the only character I believe that man has had that was not a jackass.
He was in his bag. I'm sorry. Cat Williams was in his bag with that character.
Yeah,
like, in his bag.
He was.
But yeah, so we're gonna go Key and then Aaron because I believe Aaron's background is a tale of his favorite Christmas movie. Go ahead and let us beautiful folks know your fave Christmas movie.
Okay, so of course, number 1, gotta give it to the OG, triple OG, the How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Now, number 2, like I said earlier, it was Love Actually, but then it got replaced by Last Christmas, the recent one with Emilia Clarke and Henry Golding, because I love that movie. I'm sorry, it was just so beautiful.
It's a good movie. It is a good movie.
It really was, and like, I think it was kind of obvious where it was going, but it was still good to see it play out and to see. I don't know if anybody else in the comments has seen it, but it was just good to see how she ended up getting a second chance in her life and to be able to do better. Even though Henry Golding was a ghost, and that, even though I knew that was going to happen, I still cried. So
yeah.
And
okay,
then
so, please forgive me for my Rotten Tomatoes review of that movie. That's all I'm gonna say. Why you got the camera on me? That's all I was gonna say.
What's the review? What did you
what's
give
the
it?
review?
You gotta look it up. I'm not gonna
What's
do
the review?
Don't worry, I got it. Right, Google Joel Davis.
No.
Pull it up. No, pull it up.
No, put it up.
Because
This friendship probably on the line right now.
Tomatoes.
you're gonna watch your friendship break up on the air because she is not gonna like this one. From the hairline down, it's gonna be bad. I'm so sorry. I apologize ahead of time. Please forgive me.
You gave the that's the 40-year-old version with a VER, not virgin.
Yeah.
With Pharrell. You gave Bill and Ted 82.
Boy, can you get to the one that matters?
No, I didn't give him an 82. No, I didn't.
You gave it a 2 out of 5. Damn, you was hard on that one.
Oh my god!
Did you see it?
I'm trying to find a key, man.
Did you see Bill and Ted? I mean, I don't think I was hard on it. I think I went easy on them.
Dang, you was hard on Bloodshot.
Wait, what did you give Bloodshot?
2 out of 5.
Can we believe that later, please?
I'm trying to find it.
Oh, so we got a whole 20-minute episode dedicated to yeah, Bloodshot.
Okay,
really?
Now they're gonna have an episode on Rotten Tomatoes of reviews.
Oh
my god!
Damn, Joe.
She.
Damn, Joe.
I will stand beside. Yeah, I said what I said.
It's right her. It's right her.
Yeah, you gotta put me up there like that.
I can't see how. I can't see.
It's right.
Is that a 2.5?
See, señorita.
Can you zoom in?
I'll try.
You didn't have to put it on screen. See, this is the stuff that get people. No. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong.
You wrote it?
Take it down. Take it down right now.
On the screen.
I thought we were.
This is how Rosie O'Donnell got kicked off The View, right there.
Forgot Rosie O'Donnell was on The View. Oh my god!
You got kicked off real quick because she did that split screen on Whoopi. They did that split screen with her and Whoopi when they were going off, and she went off afterwards, and then bad friendships broke up. Okay.
I'm so glad that
you gave Venom a 2.5. Damn.
It was 2 different movies in one.
Come on.
Wait, we gotta talk about that.
It was so disjointed. It was disjointed. Like the first movie was good, and the first movie was all right, but the second movie was good.
You gave Ant-Man and the Wasp a 4.5, but gave Venom a 2.
As she should.
But Last Christmas couldn't. But you gave Last Christmas a 2.5.
Now wait a minute. I don't know why. I don't even know why he even talking about Ant-Man. I don't even know why.
It's a cohesive story. Okay, so Last Christmas, I am so sorry. The movie, the story was just, it was just not there. I mean, look, she just snapped her camera off on me.
Well,
I am dead, y'all. I'm dead. She is so mad. I am so sorry. Man, I gotta go find Kia something like a big old something. We're gonna make you some cookies or something. I gotta do something.
I'm gonna read.
Key, our plot worked. Joe's
I was gonna read
some Christmas presents now. Our ploy worked. I mean, yeah, Joe. How could you give Last Christmas?
Look who arrived in the building.
Oh,
what's up?
Save me. Help me out.
What happened? Oh, what's up, Anthony? What's up?
Let me put some fire in the chat real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, so in my defense, when I saw it last year, and when I was watching it, I just said it didn't roll like it was supposed to. There was just like too much happening, and I'm trying to help myself. I think I'm digging a bigger hole. I'm sorry.
One of Key's friends, Tyra, said, "You all right? She do that to me all the time."
I sure do, Tyra. What you think about it? Let me ask you this. No, hold on. Before we move on, let me ask you this, Joe. Do you watch those Hallmark Christmas movies?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay. The same repetitive wash and dry, big goddess, small town stories.
Oh no, I would give them the same rating.
Okay. Okay. I'm really glad you couldn't rate the SpongeBob Christmas special because it seems like you just hate love.
Oh my gosh, I hate love.
You just seem like you hate love.
There's no love in that movie though. There's no love in that movie though.
I supposedly hate fun.
There's no love in the movie though, and you knew something was ratchet about this dude from the very beginning.
Come on, Ratchet.
I'm still tripping off this 2.5 though, off of Venom.
Okay, Q, let it go.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That'll be a future episode.
Anybody who believes that Tom Hardy in that movie was a reporter, they out of their damn minds. Okay,
suspension of disbelief.
You can't suspend belief when you're looking like that and talking about he's a reporter. I'm like, no. Stop.
We sent the tweet out earlier about, us talking about our favorite Christmas movies. So I wanted to give a chance, and to the ones that did respond, we had Gillis say Die Hard. We had Raja Taylor say The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh yes.
We had the nerd coach, the culture nerd. They said Batman Returns, which is mine too. We also had Bryce. He also said Batman Returns, and then we had Deckard Unicorn Reviews. They said Happy Holidays, and they put an Iron Man gift. So, what Iron Man movie is it?
Yeah, what Iron Man movie is it?
That's gonna be a Christmas movie. Who knows? It's 3.
It's Iron Man 3. That garbage ass movie. That garbage ass, whack ass.
Are you only calling it garbage because of the villain? Because you being rare.
Oh, thank you for asking my opinion on that, Mike. I will gladly tell you why Iron Man 3 is garbage. Iron Man 3.
So there's I don't know. I was just trying to stop.
If they wouldn't, on this movie, if they wouldn't have had a girl with a heart problem, who was a drinking part, who was like the flight attendant girl, but she had a heart condition and needed transplant, and immigrant parents, and the daddy who didn't like the mom, and all these, and then you had the shop owner who is who they tried to paint as the crazy Chinese lady,
yes,
love with Christmas, who was dating this eclectic guy, this weird guy that she got with. There was like a lot happening, like in there, like too much.
If you can keep up with it, just say so.
See, Joe, I was trying to save you because I was trying to switch the subject, but then you went straight back into it.
And couldn't catch up to it. Couldn't add 2 + 2. That's you.
Like I'm trying.
That wasn't a movie, sweetie.
I'm trying to bail Joe out of this.
But she keeps on looking at me like this, and I can't help it.
I ain't been this upset since Squidward freaking took that photo of SpongeBob crying. That was messed up.
And then his mom calls him a jerk.
I like the sound. I love the soundtrack.
I guess I can give you that. I guess.
But yeah, Iron Man 3 is trash. For a litany of reasons. Thank you for asking that question, Mike, so I can get into it.
It's not even a question.
You literally said, so why is it that Iron Man 3 is bad?
So my favorite Christmas movie is Iron Man 3 because
no, it's Eyes Wide Shut because of his background. It's Eyes Wide Shut because that's his background.
I'm not in the middle of that circle, so we know. No. My favorite Christmas movie is Black Christmas.
Which one? The whack remake version?
The original from 1974.
Yes.
Nice. Yes.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
What's your rating?
I give that for Black Christmas.
Yeah.
I would give that I give that 8.5 out of 10 just because it's the first, arguably it's the first modern slasher film because it came out 4 years before Halloween.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
The director who did that, 9 years later, he made A Christmas Story, which is played like 24/7 on TBS, or like it's such a unique Christmas film. It fills my heart. Second runner-up, the runner-up is Gremlins.
Oh,
yes,
the one that's near and
Gremlins.
dear to my heart that
Yes,
doesn't have a
yes.
number is Batman Returns, and hopefully that will get somebody who is to the left of me, not on his rant. We need a mini episode. We'll have a mini episode of why Iron Man 3 is trash, because I absolutely
it
agree.
should only be because of the villain. It shouldn't be because of anything else.
No,
it's because
No,
of
it's because
everything else.
Iron Man sucks.
Thank you.
I mean, Keith, we know you don't like Iron Man. He passed away. Have some respect.
Happy New Year, y'all.
But no, that movie, to keep it short and sweet, that you can pinpoint the genesis of all of the half-assed mediocrity of the MCU from that film forward, because you can make an argument that before Avengers, I'd say before Avengers, you can make an argument that those movies were trying to be something, not carbon copy. You can make an argument if you rewatch the first Avenger, and yes, you can make that argument. Iron Man 1, the first Avenger, Thor, those aren't the cookie cutter movies that end up coming out the assembly line. Iron Man 3 is the genesis point for all of the same too many jokes, literally not taking their plot serious. Every emotional moment that they promote is immediately undercut by some shit tier joke, the ending not mattering, and something being underwhelming. The only thing that they did not continue from Iron Man 3 is that they no longer waste post-credit scenes on nonsense. That's the only thing that you can say. But everything else you can trace. The reason why Thor Ragnarok is mid to trash. The reason why Thor the Dark World is mid to trash. The reason why Ant-Man is mid to trash. The reason why
You just said it was trash again after you told me yesterday that it wasn't trash.
Which movie? Which movie?
Ant-Man. So you lied.
I said Ant-Man. I said Ant-Man and the Wasp. I said Ant-Man and the Wasp.
You clearly said both.
No, I said Ant-Man and the Wasp
because I was like,
I said that because
I asked you. I said so. Ant-Man and the Wasp, and I even said my only thing about that was because they didn't make Ultron's, the son of, how it was supposed to be, and we talked about that.
I said Ant-Man and the Wasp. If you were talking about the character Ant-Man,
no, I wasn't talking about the character. I was talking about the
go
movie.
bamboozling again.
Right, you bamboozled me once again.
See, there y'all go trying to control my narrative. There y'all go trying to control my narrative. What I'm saying.
Playing the
I'm gonna interrupt two black men arguing.
You're a mean one, Mr. Q.
No, y'all not gonna control my narrative in this piece. I'm controlling my narrative, and what I said was Ant-Man and the Wasp was all right. It's not a bad movie. I don't understand why people couldn't consolidate it with the rest of the MCU tripe. It's an all right movie that doesn't try to be anything other than what it's trying to be, which is a silly superhero movie. And it's
why are you going after my review of it then?
Because it's too high. That's way too high. That's damn near a perfect movie.
How is it too high?
Kind of elitist. Kind of elitist.
Wait, what was the rating out of?
4.5 out of 5. That's way too damn high. That's like
way too high for what movie again? Refresh me.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
You trying it? Leave it alone.
That's 3. That's a 3. That's a nice.
It's not a 3. It's a 3, and you. Wow. It's not a 3. You can't do that. That's not right.
Hey, I'm just voicing my opinion. Opinion.
Thank you, Mike.
Like it's just an opinion, y'all. Like I'm not these bloggers. My word isn't gospel. I'm just giving you my opinion.
What's your rating against Age of Ultron?
Oh, that's a 0. That's a flat 0. That's an unmitigated 0. Please, I have tried to watch Age of Ultron at least 6 times since I've seen it in theaters,
and you didn't have no type of feeling from that.
I literally cannot finish that film because it's one, Joss Whedon is an asshole. 2, Quicksilver in that movie is pointless because I literally seen a movie with Quicksilver in it a year before that actually did him right. And the fact that the one with the higher budget did it worse speaks volumes. There is literally no sense of urgency with Ultron.
So, Alia, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
Right. Thank you. Please, yes.
And why is it The Preacher's Wife?
Oh, no, you did not. Listen, we're not about to get Whitney stands on us. We are not about to get Whitney stands. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. We are not about to activate Whitney stands. Nope.
Oh man.
Nope. Not doing that. I'm not helping y'all with that one.
What is it, Avia?
But my favorite combines three of my favorite things: Halloween, Christmas, and animation. I love The Nightmare Before Christmas. That's my top favorite.
Amen.
This is Halloween.
And then
shit.
this is Halloween.
No, we might get a DMCA. We might get a DMCA. That's why I stopped singing. We might get a DMCA.
My next would be Miracle on 34th Street.
Nice.
Yes. 34th Street. Attenborough, Elizabeth Perkins, Dylan McDermott, and a young Mara Wilson. Like, it's spot on. And then, of course, I know it's messy, but I love This Christmas. I love this.
Yes.
Oh,
do you know the man who directed This Christmas also did Jingle Jangle?
Yeah, I was just about to say I'll have two honorable mentions that came out this year: Jingle Jangle and Happiest Season. Like,
okay,
and those are all my honorable mentions because they came out this year. But yeah, those are my top Christmas movies.
I got an honorable mention. A Cup of Cheer. I love that movie.
We got to talk about this movie. Have y'all seen it?
What you sighing for?
Yes, what are you sighing for?
That movie? What is that?
No,
I don't get the reference.
Oh,
I'll give it to you.
I'm trying it.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you.
Oh, I got a honorable mention actually. Almost Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was very good. I like that one a little bit more than I did This Christmas, but I still like them both one and the same. Yeah. Also, it's not a movie, but if I don't mention it, it's not a movie, but if I don't mention it, my friend's gonna cuss me out. SpongeBob Christmas Special, when he first learned about Christmas.
It feels like the very first Christmas movie. And it's starting to feel
Can we please watch it?
We have to.
We please watch it.
Can we?
Yes, we have.
By yourselves. I'm not watching that movie.
Okay,
here Joe go. Here Joe go.
Listen, I have done my time with SpongeBob. I'm not doing it again. I never
But it's classic SpongeBob.
You brought it up 2.52.
I know Christmas would get worse than a 2.5. Y'all have to do it right now today. I'm sorry, and I will do it with my whole chest. Yep.
No, but this Anthony's comment has me screaming. He said, "Bro, the preacher's wife, y'all are wild."
No, stop. Gosh. You now need to activate the Whitney stands. The worst gonna be hot. Come on now, no. Stop.
That has me screaming.
Nah,
they worse than the y'all. Okay, they think Beyonce.
The closest I've come to the preacher's wife is remembering how many times BET would try to push that movie during the holiday season.
Oh my God,
the preacher's wife.
Like,
two movies don't play.
Wait a damn minute. We talking about all these.
Can I get my top now? Y'all only let me talk about one.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
Let me talk about one, man. So my.
Do you deserve to talk about more than one?
Key is irate beauty.
She is not. She's like this. Just not going to let me be great. I see. Okay. So the one I talked about earlier, Long Kiss Goodnight. With Gina Davis, Samuel Jackson in it. Have you guys seen that one? Yes, I can't see faces right now, so I don't know anything. But it's one where you got this wholesome housewife doing the Christmas thing, and then all of a sudden she starts remembering stuff, like her body, like muscle memory stuff, like she can like throw knives and like slice stuff with precision. And then some people start coming after her. This chick is like an assassin. But you got Samuel Jackson as this investigator who this woman doesn't know who she is. She had this was the like toward the end of that whole I have amnesia and I have to start my life over again type of genre of movies in the early 90s. So he had that going on, but he is like the best as this con man, scheming investigator who basically tries to help her find herself and ends up roped into this whole scheme of trying to help save this woman until she gets her whole memory back. And you see how much of a badass she really is. When she puts that blonde hair on, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's really, really good. It is totally a Christmas movie. All in Christmas movie. It's like one of my favorites. And then one of the old movies I really like is White Christmas. It's like I just like I'm like a sucker for that. The song and the whole film is cheesy. It's problematic too because of the way the women are. Yeah, it's totally problematic. But I mean, you put it on and it makes the whole house festive, and the story is really sweet. I mean, it really is. You got performers who fall in love, and they go to you got this general who is retired and who thinks he's worthless and useless, and they're like, we're gonna go cheer him up for Christmas because he's lonely. And they do so yeah, it's really pretty. And when I was little, I wanted the red dress that the lead actress wore. So
I almost forgot about this damn movie. Holiday Heart is a Christmas movie, ain't it?
You dismiss me like that? Did y'all just hear that?
No, I literally agree.
This is the treatment that has gone on this week. I'm just gonna let y'all know while the camera is on me. The treatment of Black women in this country this year is like evidenced by what's been happening today. I'm just gonna say that.
I mean, she ain't wrong.
No, she's not lying. She's not lying.
I mean,
See?
even though
There we go.
Even though we're feuding, she ain't wrong.
Okay, I'm done.
Oh
man.
So my quick little blurb was Holiday Heart is a Christmas movie, ain't it?
Holiday Heart
with Ving Rhames and
yes.
Alfred Woodard.
Yes. If you say no, I'm done with you. It is a Christmas movie tonight.
Yeah, because I'm like, so wait a minute, Holiday Heart has holiday in the name.
Hang on, I don't remember it.
The one with Ving Rhames.
The one with Ving Rhames.
I don't remember
the boxer. But,
Oh yeah. That's. I mean, yeah, that one's.
It's
on the wig. Yeah.
I mean, they got the wig gifts on Twitter 24/7.
Yeah. Yeah, that counts.
They know they ain't right for that.
Oh my. Okay. So just so everyone has a quick refresher on everything we talked about tonight, we started off very seriously talking about Zack Snyder and the things that the stuff that he has to go through in the BS and all of that stuff. Then we quickly spiraled into just a lot of Christmas BS that we enjoy so very much because we're MulDiversity. That's what we do. This is what we do. This is
what I think you need to make a bracket, like put all of our movies in a bracket, and then like put it out there and let people decide what.
Yes. Come on, bracket man.
Yes, I got a request. Put Love Actually against Last Christmas.
Period. And
I
nobody else can me and Joe will
first round pick.
Me and Joe will sell this one.
I will 100% do this at some point in the next couple of days. Can't lock anything down because it's Christmas time. But
me and Joe will sell this one today.
But yeah, so that was us stumbling through Christmas related movies, and Key and Joe are on the verge of fist fighting it out because Joe.
The first time that I have had to defend a review, seriously.
Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, always remember, critics' opinions doesn't matter unless it's a movie you like.
Oh no, you better lie. Come on, no.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't say
He's
that.
right.
He did.
Cute.
And then Aaron, stop co-signing my nonsense, Aaron. Please.
I didn't say that still. I was just upset at the
He's just
number.
egging you on, trying to push you as far as you can
I
go.
mean, but that's the Christmas spirit. You know, you got to have that one person in the family that stokes the flames.
Christmas,
Got
just
to.
Christmas.
Without the one you love.
But there
Is any of the Harry Potter movies Christmas movies technically, since they do like focus on Christmas?
Nope, not at
see,
all.
Avia
Not at all.
is so serious. She was like, no,
Not at all.
Somebody needs to tell ABC Family or whatever their name is right now.
Freeform.
Yeah.
Because they always do it during either Halloween or like during like
Christmas.
July, like during that week.
Now July is understandable because that's when all this started. But like, it's a year-round movie in my opinion because I watch them year-round.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I watch them year-round.
My favorite ABC Family bumper commercial for a movie that was on their station was when they tried to make Batman Begins out to be a love movie, a romance movie between.
Oh my gosh.
Y'all, have y'all ever seen, if I could, like, I'm not going to try to even risk pulling it up because I know it's so hard to find it out, but I swear to God,
That was awful.
they had, when Batman Begins was on syndication on ABC Family, they legitimately have, he fights for love. He fights for family. And then it's like, and then it cuts to Kate Hudson
With the
going,
rock music.
like, yeah, right. And because the Kate Hudson like, this is your real mask, but stops at the part where she says Batman is the like, it's like Christian Bale, Kate Hudson, Batman Begins, and it's
So
like,
wait, it's not a love story?
There you go, Mike. Always on some shit, Mike.
I'm not, because I was about to say, I was about to say, well, go ahead, gather y'all Valentine's Day movies because I'm definitely putting that in my list.
Mike, Batman Begins isn't a love movie, Mike.
He didn't. So did he not save his love?
See, that's why I said there you go, Mike. That's exactly why I said there.
Did he not save the love of Gotham that he had?
I found it. One little element in the movie, and you think it's a part of the month.
You want the link? You want the link?
One more again, Key.
Y'all get one little teeny element within the movie, and you think it's a holiday-based movie.
Thank you, Key. Thank you. That is my whole point today.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to announce the first piece of MulDiversity merch, Holiday Police, and it's going to be a picture of Joe and Key back to back policing holidays. That's what we got going on.
Okay, see, that's what, look at this.
Look at me like that.
No, let's pull up Q's picture right here. I want to show everybody something. Just pull them up. Just pull them up. The whole This is a picture of a black man who got pulled off by black women and he don't know how to take it. Here you go. Poster child. Right here. Look, right here.
Fiona. Hold on. I got that promo. Hold on real quick.
Okay, you got the screen shared. Okay, that's good.
Oh,
yeah, I am.
The promo, Jesus.
Like, this is the black man. This is the black man that's holding the women down. And I'm like, no,
cute. Don't do that.
No. And Aaron, don't try to. You first you're gonna gas me up.
Don't do that. No, don't do that.
Water.
I wouldn't.
Okay, listen.
Shut up.
We can't hear it, Mike.
They give us some sound.
When
you shared it, did you click sound?
I didn't.
Share sound. I clicked share sound.
I didn't. Oh. That was my fault. It's the first time I've had sound.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, what Mike is doing is how Kwamani operates to try to start up his computer. What is this?
Oh.
I have to put in a passcode? Who told me to put a passcode on this? So, has anybody seen any good movies this week? As we wait,
the only person that's seen a good movie was. I've seen a great show. I'll tell you that.
I've seen nothing.
Keep watching to back tonight. Movie Family premiere event.
Oh, his voice.
It's a new kind of beginning for a legendary hero. Does it come in black? He fights for family and lives for love. And Katie Holmes, Batman Begins.
Jesus Christ.
That is literally.
Oh, God.
See, these are the type of movies Christopher Nolan wants us to risk our lives to go see in theaters. Right there.
So he really wants us to go after and ponder replay for movies like that.
A whole damn pizza.
She said it again.
Yes, Gil, that was a real trailer.
It was real. It was real.
That was real.
It's real. Here, I can give you. I'll put the link. I'll put the link in Twitter.
You got another one? Oh.
No. I was gonna give Gillis the link to go.
Please put it on the timeline.
Look for it. Yeah.
Like dead ass.
Wait, the way they crafted that promo though, it does like a love story. It's a love story.
And that's how Suicide Squad ended up getting jacked up because folks were like, "No, these trailer dudes, they know how to make this something look better." And then that's why we asking for the Ayer cut now, because we letting these trailer dudes craft these movies, because them folks was in charge of Batman Begins. That this Valentine's Day, Christian Bale, Katie Holmes, Liam Neeson with no black people to be found because we don't have around them. Batman Begins.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
My head hurts.
As I'm saying that, Morgan Freeman really is the only black person in that movie. Now that I said that out loud, Morgan Freeman literally, and he doesn't share the screen with Liam Neeson. Like, think about it, y'all.
Yeah, now in hindsight, it makes sense.
Think about it. And then the next time Joe goes on a junket and Liam Neeson is there, he's like, "I've heard you were on a podcast, bringing up my past."
I mean, the movie I was there for was Widows, and it opened up with him, his tongue down Viola Davis's throat. So, have y'all watched Widows yet?
Yeah, Widows was good though.
It was. That's what I interviewed them for, and she was sitting right next to him. So
that's dope.
Yeah.
Nice.
Speaking of Viola Davis, that Netflix movie that she's in, I know we keep jumping from that. Yes.
We said what we said, okay?
I mean, no, we didn't. No, it's not what we said. It was what Liam Neeson said. He was the one saying some shit like, "Oh, not beyond the pale." Like, I just wanted to hunt down the closest black person and just seek my revenge. I'm like, what? Like,
but if we decided we want to go hit every little Timmy upside the head for what happened in Charleston, we'd be wrong.
Man, what? Show no mistake. Yeah, Liam Neeson is I will gladly say where I got my shirt from. This, if people can see it.
How we so can't see it?
And of course, Key would be so honest as to tell me y'all can't see it.
Yes, y'all can't.
Pull them up.
This shirt,
thank you.
There you go. This shirt right here. This shirt is the Zack Snyder's Justice League Darkseid shirt with the aforementioned stuff on the back, but my chair is in a precarious position, so I can't spin it all the way, so you can't see, but you just take my word for it. And I got it from Ink to the People, a part of the AFSP donation, so glad to support that and get a dope white t-shirt. Unfortunately, my penchant for keeping white t-shirts clean is about probably batting less than 1,000, so hopefully I'm going to have to find some way to keep it this white, but it's dope.
Yeah, I don't do black. I don't do white t-shirts for that reason. And my hair is just all over the place. But I should have just pinned this up before I got here. I don't do white t-shirts. I can't keep them white at all. I'm like too clumsy. I got kids. Yeah.
So,
this is fine.
This is fine. This is very fun.
Yeah.
It was.
I think this is our longest one so far.
I think.
Yeah, it probably is.
I mean, we got into it. I feel like we got it. I feel like we got into it with the Zach and the people being negative, and they don't need to be negative. Let that man have his peace. And we got to laugh and kiki about our our favorite holiday movies, and it's Christmas Eve with MulDiversity.
Yeah. We're just coming together as a family, even though me and Joe will probably never talk again. But it's okay.
No.
Just like a Christmas family.
Right.
Christmas just stay Christmas.
But y'all, no, for real.
No, for real though. Yeah.
I wish there was a
This is
movie called
serious. I'm not. I promise.
Like all the clapbacks you put together to make it
You know,
What is,
having
what is she saying? What is Avia saying?
I was saying I wish there was a movie called like Clapback Season, where all the clapbacks and just make a whole script out of clapbacks.
Oh,
Somebody
Black Twitter.
yeah, that'd be a nice little comedy sketch. It's a couple writers in this room right now.
Yeah, a couple
Okay,
of ideas.
let's stop talking about those because we might have some lurking white dude watching our stream trying to steal our ideas. So let's not give
my
him too many good
God.
ideas.
I mean, in hindsight, you're right, because that's how that Zola movie
You're
got
right
started.
though.
You're right. Sure.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
let's table these amazing ideas and then let's not speak on them so people forget about it, and then we come back to it once we got it coming up. Straight like that. That's how we do it. Right?
So Tyler Perry's
So,
gonna remake Soul Food. Then let's go with that.
Yeah, right. Now I like him, but okay, now you trying it.
Fuck the family.
What are you talking about? Tyler
That's
Perry
Soul
doing-
Food. Soul Food. Vanessa Williams.
We gotta watch that one too. I'm sorry, we gotta watch Soul Food too.
She picked up
The
that
crazy
knife
thing
with
is
the
she
swiftness.
improvised that.
Really?
Tyler Perry has tried
Yeah,
to
she
remake Soul
improvised that
Food many
line.
times and has not succeeded.
I hope he does.
Man, what? I thought, in all actuality, I initially thought Aaron said Soul Plane, and I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
I did too.
You know what he
Now
could do? He could
he
do
is so
Soul Plane.
plain out of Soul Food.
Wait,
Soul Plane to the blackjacking. Let's go. Really get 50 Cent
Yes.
in that joint.
He
You know what I'm
done
saying?
tried.
You said blackjacking. Okay, we need to go. We need to go to bed.
Soul Plane to the blackjacking.
Right.
So you
With
telling
Air
me?
Marshal 50 Cent.
Let's go. And now it's 2020. We could throw the Rock, Air Marshal 50 Cent, the Rock, and Air Marshal the Rock. Kevin Hart already in there, so Rock already getting them through the back door. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
All right, this show done jumped the shark. We need to
Right,
go.
take us out.
In hindsight,
Take us out,
if
Q.
that
Take
was
us
a
out.
movie,
Take us out.
listen, no, because if that was a movie, the way Chadwick
Take us
Boseman
out.
would definitely be in first class.
I mean, y'all can. I mean, they can steal that idea. I ain't got no problem with them stealing that idea. But in any case, we are the keys to the MulDiversity. We got Mike and Joe talking about Bridgerton.
Coming up next.
Hmm?
So stick around.
Bridgerton. Yes,
Yes, on
Bridgerton.
Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good. I cannot wait till everybody see this show.
Yeah, so Bridgerton, Mike and Joe will be talking shop on The Mess. That's what they'll be talking about. And Avia and Key got them a new shows coming out on MulDiversity called Bitch What? Because there's gonna be, you know what, y'all go ahead and y'all talk up how great that show is.
Like I said,
It's-
bitch, what?
right,
Stuff we
Yeah.
find out, and it makes us say exactly that.
right.
Which is
Yep.
half
I'll
of
enjoy it.
is literally 90% of what's going on in the universe right now.
Yep.
True. Yep.
And your boy me, I'm gonna be dropping something with Jesse from Comic Book Debate, talking about the top 10 games we played this year. A nice little two-parter for y'all. So if y'all want any good video game recommendations, new or old, give that one a peepity peep. And yeah, that's it. Has been our crazy ass. It's the Christmas Eve edition of MulDiversity, where we just started very serious to get y'all in the door, and then we locked it behind y'all, threw away the key, and y'all stuck with the nonsense we was giving y'all.
Oh man.
So yeah, that's been us. And in any case, we have been MulDiversity. Aaron, you have something too. I know it. You didn't tell us, but I know you do. So just say something random to get people moderately excited, even though it may or may not.
Something random.
Yeah.
Something random. Yeah.
I said, Mike. I said, Aaron.
Do you see the cup? The cup.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Say
Yes,
it,
it's, I got a wonderful cup for Mike for Christmas about the show that I'm a part of with Mike called Lovecraft and Back, talking about Lovecraft Country. Our episode will be dropping soon.
Yo.
Something random. There you go.
yes. But that will be all content.
The ringleader.
Y'all, that will be all content you see in the new year. MulDiversity, we came in at the tail end of 2020, but individually and collectively, we've all had a very tumultuous and good, but mostly bad, but everyone had mostly bad, so we're right there with y'all. 2020 has been cool, wild and crazy, like a Nickelodeon show, and 2021 is, in a lot of ways, shaping up to be the rebirth of a lot of stuff. And MulDiversity is going to be there every step of the way. January, y'all are not going to want to miss this. Y'all are not. If hopefully the people that we have on docket will still want to be, do stuff with us after tonight, which they will. Because one of them is my brother, and he can't say no. So that's at least one of them.
I've been waiting to talk to him.
I mean, granted, we're probably going to not talk about the things that we've been saying we're going to talk about if this night is any indication. But it's still going to be fun.
Listen to all the viewers. This has been a very long thing coming. So I'm very excited.
He has to tell my brother how stupid he is about DT stuff, and I'm gonna have to hopefully try to make him understand it's nothing personal. It's just somebody telling them their opinion.
So, no, it's because I got some questions. Fight. Probably. It's nothing personal to you.
But in any case, we got my brother, we got the women of the Watchtowers, we got a whole lot of people that will be joining in us for the new year to bring you that heat, as well as the more condensed content that isn't this, but still as good as this.
And more brackets.
Apparently, I opened up Pandora's box and did something terrible by introducing them to brackets. And
it's not terrible. It's like necessary.
Can't wait till we do Disney movies.
Oh, and as it's just dawned on me, Amanda Colbert of Women of the Watchtower and just general awesome person has said that if we can hit that 50,000 goal by the end of the year, and us at MulDiversity have pledged that if we do that if that happens, we will do a virtual, live, and direct game of Uno. 6 black folks playing Uno virtually. Already know what's about to go down. A lot of cussing, a lot of drinking.
Somebody gonna pull out a gun?
Okay.
No.
I ain't no.
None of that.
It's virtual, so nobody can get stabbed, so we good.
Yeah. I mentioned us doing spades.
Thank God it's not spades.
Thank God it's not spades.
But in any case, I don't want to see you playing spades.
We would never talk to each other again.
Y'all do not need to see that side of me, okay? It's not.
But in any case, this year has been amazing. Us at MulDiversity are thankful that you guys have embraced us so quickly and so openly, and we wouldn't be doing this without you guys. Yeah. And shout outs to Haley. We miss you. We very
we do.
And we cannot wait until you are 100% back in the fold with us. So then it can be 6 black people and 1 white girl playing Uno on live stream. So then she gets to see us be crazy and do crazy stuff and drink and smoke and play Uno with the rest of us. So that's a plus. Can't wait for it. And in any case, I'm Kwaman Sarji. Beautiful people, let them know where they can find y'all's at. Starting with Mike, since he looked at the camera.
Hey, you can find me at Twitter at _oddgeek. As Aaron said, we do have a podcast called To Lovecraft and Back. So if you're not watching Lovecraft Country, check it out on HBO Max. It's a really great supernatural show. Catch up on our episodes on Apple and Spotify.
I am Aaron. You can find me up on the housetop on Twitter at @_J.
Really.
I'm Avia. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Vero at Avia Nike.
Okay, I'm Key. You guys can find me at Curious United Spirit. Once again, I'm talking about all things that tend to piss me off, be it DC Comics, Star Wars, Disney, K-pop, whatever. See you there.
Hi, I'm Joe. You can find me at Jonita L. Davis. Anywhere. Yes, we know. If we played spades, we'd have to get my husband on to keep me from going off. But you can find me at Jonita L. Davis anywhere on social media. Y'all covering up my thing right now. Thank you. Sorry, Gillis. But and then you can also look at theblackcape.com and find the reviews that they tried to rat me out on today. The reviews that I stand by that are also on Rotten Tomatoes. So, and I also review TV shows and on there as well. So you can just take a look. And again, I say what I said. I stand by them. All of them. And yeah.
Shame.
Absolutely, Joe. Stand your ground. Don't let these folks tell you otherwise.
And you stand your ground as well.
Yeah, that's what it is. Hey, if we not all standing our ground on the things we love, what are we even doing? Like, come on.
Man. I feel like you're trying to get people to fight. That's all, though.
We have been MulDiversity. We will see you beauties in the next year. Everybody say peace.
Peace.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Bye.
Merry Christmas.